Which of the following is key distinction between forensic accounting and traditional auditing? Forensic accounting focuses on detecting and investigating fraud, yes, while auditing focus on financial statement accuracy. Yes. The forensic accounting is voluntary, whereas auditing is mandatory. No. Traditional auditing involves investigating fraud. No. Foreign accounting is governed by internal auditing a standard, while auditing is not. So the answer is A. The collapse of which company led to the introduction of Sarbanes-Oxley Act 2002? Lehman Brothers, WorldCom, Enron, Satyam. So the answer is Enron. Which of the following is not a characteristic of financial statement fraud? Overstatement of revenue, no. Misclassification of expense, no. Proper disclosure of related party transactions, concealment of liability. So the answer is C. Which section of Indian Evidence Act 1872 deals with documentary evidence? Section 17, Section 45, Section 61, Section 72. So the answer is C, Section 61. In forensic investigations, what is the primary purpose of using special purpose vehicle (SPV)? To enhance transparency in financial reporting, no. To hide losses and liabilities through off-balance sheet transactions, yes. To facilitate fair market valuation, no. To streamline cash flow management, no. So the answer is B. Under the Prevention of Corruption Act 1988, which section deal with bribing a public servant? Section 7A, yes. Section 8, Section 12, Section 15, no. So the answer is which of the following forensic techniques is used? Forensic techniques is used to identify fraud by analyzing numerical pattern in financial data. A regression analysis, V. Venfort's law, yes. Vertical analysis, sensitivity analysis. So the answer is B. Venfort's law. The Serious Fraud Investigation Office was established under which act? Under the Companies Act. Prevention of Money Laundering Act, IPC, Companies Act. So the answer is which of the following is not a key role? A forensic accountant in an investigation, identifying fraudulent transactions, no. Providing expert testimony in court, no. Conducting statutory audits, analyzing electronic evidence, which is not a key role. So the answer is C. In the case of WorldCom fraud, which unethical accounting practice was primarily used? Mark-to-market accounting, no. Capitalizing operating expense, yes. Creating fictitious revenue, no. Concealment of balance sheet debt, no. So the answer is B. Which of the following best describes forensic accounting? A financial analysis to detect errors in financial statement, no. The use of scientific methods, to use scientific method to investigate financial crime and disputes, yes. A process of auditing financial record to prevent fraud, internal audit procedure to maintain compliance with accounting standard, no. So the answer is B. As per the Indian Contract Act 1872, which of the following does not constitute frauds? Active concealment of a fact by someone who has knowledge of it. Uh, yes, it is fraud. Making a promise without any intention of performing it. Yes, it is. Expressing a false opinion about a fact in good faith. Uh, D. Suggesting a fact as true while knowing it to be false. Yes, it is fraud. So the answer is C. It is not fraud. Which of the following is not a core principle of forensic accounting and investigation and standard? Independence, confidentiality, expressing an audit opinion, primacy of truth. So the answer is C. Audit opinion. Which of the following best describe the fraud triangle theory? Fraud occurs due to weak internal controls. Fraud is driven by motive, opportunity, and rationalization. So the answer is B. Fraud happens only in large organizations. Fraud can only be committed by senior management. What is the primary role of a forensic accountant in an investigation? Expressing an independent audit opinion on financial statement. No, identifying and gathering evidence to report finding before a competent authority. Yes. Conducting tax audit. No. Verifying financial statement for regulatory filings. No. So the answer is B. The fraud pentagon theory includes which two additional elements to the fraud triangles? A. Competence and arrogance, yes. Capability, rationalizations, pressure, integrity, intelligence, and controls. Oh, so the answer is A. Under the Companies Act 2013, which section defines corporate frauds? It's 447. 34, 36, 229, 447. So the answer is which of the following is not an example of forensic investigation techniques? Link analysis, regression analysis, Venfort's law, horizontal analysis, which is not an example. So the answer is B. Which of the following is correct? Which of the following is the correct sequence in an forensic accounting investigation? Gather evidence, no. Report findings, no. Initialize mandate, yes. Gather evidence, yes. Perform analysis, yes. Report findings, yes. Interview suspects, no. So the answer is C. Which of the following statement about FAIs is incorrect? FAIs are mandatory for all forensic accounting engagement conducted after July 1, 2023. This is correct. FAIs allow a forensic accountant to express an audit opinion. To express an audit opinion is not correct. FAIs provide principle-based guidelines. Yes. FAIs ensure consistency and quality. So the answer is B. Which of the following is not one of the three broad categories of fraud? Fraud against individuals, yes it is. Fraud against corporates, yes it is. Fraud by regulators, fraud by corporates. So the answer is C. Fraud by regulators. It is not. Which of the following is an example of fraud against individuals? Identity theft, yes. Insider trading, no. Financial statement fraud, no. Embezzlement, no. So the answer is B. In banking fraud, which techniques involves criminal installing device on ATMs to steal card information? It's skimming, phishing, skimming, spoofing, counterfeiting is C. Which of the following is not a type of corporate fraud? Financial statement fraud, insider trading, bribery and corruption, loan default by borrowers. So it's not a type of corporate fraud. Ponzi schemes primarily rely on investing in a high yield government bond, using new investors' money to pay return to earlier investors. Yes. Stock market fluctuations, trading in cryptocurrencies. No. So the answer is B. Which type of occupational fraud involves the theft or misuse of organization assets? Financial statement fraud, no. Bribery and corruption, no. Asset misappropriation, yes. Insider trading, no. So the answer is which of the following statement about money laundering is incorrect? It involves disguising the origins of illegally obtained money. It is often carried out in three-stage placement, layering, and integrations. It is only applicable to financial institutions and banks. It is commonly associated with the drugs trafficking, terrorism financing, and fraud. So, which of the following statement about money laundering is incorrect, not correct? So the answer is C. Which of the following is an example of securities fraud? Overstating revenue to boost stock price, yes. Manipulating bid prices in procurement process, no. Selling fake insurance policy, no. Creating fake job, no. So the answer is A. What is the main difference between a pyramid scheme and Ponzi scheme? Pyramid schemes recruit new members to generate revenue, yes, while Ponzi schemes rely on continuous investment from individuals. Ponzi scheme use product sale to generate profit, while pyramid scheme do not know. No, it's not. Pyramid schemes requires high initial capital, while Ponzi schemes do not. Ponzi or schemes always involves real estate investment. No, so the answer is A. Pyramid schemes recruit new members to generate revenue, while Ponzi schemes rely on continuous investment from individuals. Which of the following is preventive measures against consumer fraud? Strengthening cybersecurity protocols, yes. Manipulating financial statement, engaging in insider trading, using offshore account to evade tax. Which of the following is preventive measures? So the answer is A. Which of the following is not a common motivations for financial statement fraud? Inflating personal compensation and bonuses, hiding companies' losses or mismanagement, improving operational efficiency, meeting or exceeding earning expectation. So which of the following is not a common motivation? So answer is C. Which of the following is an example of financial statement frauds? A company records sale revenue before delivering goods to customers. Yes, it is. A suppliers overcharges the company and pay commission to an employee. No, an employee submits fake travel expense claim for reimbursement. No, a manager approves unnecessary procurement to receive kickbacks. Which of the following is an example of financial statement fraud? So answer should be A. What is the key characteristics of financial statement fraud? It is always accidental due to accounting errors. It is deliberate act of misrepresentations. It does not affect external stakeholders. It is only committed by a small company. So the answer is under the Companies Act 2013, which section prescribe punishment of frauds? So the answer is C 447. Which of the following fraud method involves shifting revenue recognition to an earlier period? Channel stuffing, yes. Expense deferral fraud, no. Round tripping, no. Cookie jar, no. So the answer is A. The collapse of which company led to implementation of Sargent Act? It's Enron. Enron. What does the Serious Fraud Investigation Office play in financial fraud case? What role? Investigates serious corporate fraud case, yes. Conduct routine statutory audit, no. Review stock market, no. Provide financial consultation to distressed company. So the answer is A. Which of the following is a key positions of SEBI LODR regulations related to financial statement fraud? Establishing audit committee with independent directors, yes. Reducing penalty, no. Removing and the requirements for statutory audit reports, no. Allowing company to delay financial disclosure, no. So the answer is A. What is the main objectives of FAIS 130 in forensic accounting engagement? Ensuring compliance with applicable laws and regulations, yes. Increasing tax efficiency, no. Assisting companies in avoiding financial disclosure, no. Strengthening profit margins, no. So the answer is A. Ensuring compliance and applicable laws and regulations. Which of the following red flags might indicate financial statement fraud? Frequent change in accounting methods, yes. A significant discrepancy between cash flow and net income, yes. Overstatement of revenue and assets, yes. So all of them. What is the first step in the forensic accounting investigation process? gathering evidence, reporting initialization, and defining mandate, court proceeding. So the answer is which of the following is not a type? Which of the following is not a type of evidence collected by forensic professionals? Financial records, witness testimony, physical evidence, market analysis report, which is not a type of evidence collected by forensic professionals. So the answer is in forensic investigation. What is the purpose of project mandate? To determine the scope and objective of investigation. Yes. To conduct interview. No. To prepare legal contract. No. To issue forensic report. The answer is which regulatory body in India is responsible for investigating serious corporate fraud? It's SFIO. So the answer is which type of forensic evidence includes documents such as invoice, purchase orders, and agreement? Oral evidence, documentary evidence, yes. Electronic, physical, no. So the answer is documentary evidence. The engagement letter in forensic accounting primarily serves to define the scope and objective of forensic engagement, approve the final forensic reports, report witness testimonies, provide legal immunity to forensic professionals. So the answer is define the scope and objectives. Which of the following is a digital forensic techniques used in fraud investigation? Winford law, regression analysis, disk imagining, ratio analysis. So the answer is C, disk imaging. In forensic investigation, what does chain of custody refers to? So the chain of custody refers to the sequence of handling evidence to maintain its integrity. The process of interviewing suspect, no. The sequence of handling evidence, yes. The method of analyzing financial statement, no. The legal framework for corporate fraud, so no. So the answer is B, chain of custody. The Serious Fraud Investigation Office operate under which act? Companies Act, Prevention and Corruption Act, Companies Act. So the answer is B. What is the final step? What is the final step in the forensic investigation process? Reporting, evidence collection, court and proceeding analysis. So the answer is C, court proceedings. What is the primary purpose of fraud risk investigation? What is the primary purpose of fraud risk assessment in forensic accounting? To eliminate fraud entirely, to determine the likelihood and impact, yes. Fraud risk, to ensure financial statements are accurate, to comply with income tax regulations. So the answer is which of the following is key elements of fraud prediction? Predication. Which of the following is a key elements of fraud predication? Estimating the exact amount of fraud loss, evaluating the probability of fraud occurrence, establishing internal controls to prevent frauds, no. Preparing a legal case against fraudster, no. So the answer is what does red flag indicates in fraud detection? A confirmed fraudulent transactions, a routine transaction with no risk, a warning sign of potential fraud, yes. A legal requirement, no. So the answer is C. Which of the following is an example of green flag fraud indicators? Outstanding financial performance despite industry downturn, yes. Frequent changes, no. High volume of cash transaction, no. Unusual, no. The answer is A. Data mining is useful in forensic accounting because it helps hide fraudulent transactions in large data sets, detect unusual patterns and anomalies, replace manual audits, eliminate the needs for expert analysis. Data mining is useful for detect unusual patterns and anomalies. Which statistical techniques is commonly used for detecting fraud in financial data? Ratio analysis, no. Regression analysis, no. Benefit, or yes. Discounted cash flow, no. The answer is C. Fraudulent transactions are often detected using trial balance reconciliations, no data visualization and patterns analysis. Yes, manual document checking only. No auditors' personal judgments. No. The answer is B. The chain of custody in forensic accounting refers to the process of interviewing witness, the sequence of handling and preserving evidence, the hierarchy of fraud investigation, the legal framework for forensic report. So the answer is B, sequence of handling and preserving evidence. What is the main purpose of formulating hypothesis in forensic investigation? To establish fraud beyond doubt starting the investigations, to systematically test and analyze suspected fraud scenario. Yes. To collect only electronic evidence. No. To determine the company's financial health. No. So the answer is which law in India specifically governs the admissibility of evidence in forensic investigation? The Indian Contract Act, the Companies Act, the Indian Evidence Act, the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So the answer is C. What is the primary goal? What is the primary goal of digital forensic in forensic accounting? Recovering lost files from damaged hard drive, identifying, collecting, acquiring, and preserving digital evidence. Yes, preventing cybercrime, analyzing financial statement fraud. So the answer is which of the following is considered digital evidence? Physical cash receipts, no handwritten invoices, no email, system logs, and social media messages. Yes, printed contracts. No. So the answer is C. In forensic investigation, maintaining the chain of custody for digital evidence ensure the suspect confesses to the crime, the authenticity and integrity of evidence are preserved, the forensic investigators can modify data as needed, the evidence is destroyed after analysis. So the answer is B. Which of the following law specifically deals with tampering with computer source of documents? Indian Penal Codes, Companies Act, IT Act, yes, Section 65, SEBI Act 1992, no. So the answer is which tools is commonly used in digital forensic investigations for hard disk acquisition and analysis? Tele ERP, no. In case forensic, yes. QuickBooks, no. SAP, no. So the answer is what is the primary function of e-discovery in forensic investigation? Identifying, collecting, and reviewing electronic information for legal proceeding. Yes. Creating encrypted digital backups. No. Using machine learning. No. Preventing unauthorized access to financial data. No. So the answer is A. Which section of Indian Evidence Act 1872 governs the admissibility of electronic records in court? Section 34, Section 45, Section 65B, yes, Section 79. So the answer is C. What is the main challenge in digital evidence collection? The inability to find relevant mail, ensuring no modification or tampering occurs during acquisition, the cost of forensic accounting services, the need for multiple investigators in every case. What is the main challenges in digital evidence collection? So the answer is B, ensuring no modification or tampering occurs during acquisition. Which of the following forensic software is used for mobile data acquisition? In case no, Celebrate UFET, yes. QuickBooks SAP, no. So the answer is B. Which of the following which of the following is an offense under Section 66C of the IT Act? Hacking into a governance website, no. Identity theft using stolen passwords or digital signatures, publishing of identity theft is Section 66C, publishing options, content online, no. Money laundering, no. So the answer is B. According to FAIS 340, what is the primary purpose of conducting an interview? According to FAIS 340, what is the primary purpose of conducting an interview in forensic accounting investigation? To confirm the investigator's assumptions, to intimidate the interview with into confessing, no, to validate existing facts and seek additional information to satisfy legal formality, no. So the answer is which of the following is a key element? Which of the following is key element in planning an interview? Deciding the outcome beforehand, no. Developing a right rigid list of questions, no. Understanding the purpose and objectives of the interview, yes. So the answer is C. What is the importance of maintaining eye contact during a forensic interview? To intimidate the interviewee, not to build trust and encourage open communication. So the answer is B. To show dominance over the interview, no. To confuse the interview, no. So the importance of maintaining eye contact during a forensic interview is to build trust and encourage open communication. Which phase involve actively listening? Which phase? And encouraging the interview to provide a complete account, introduction and rapport building, first free accounts, review and repeat, closing the interview. So the answer is B, first free account. In the context of forensic interview, what are open-ended questions designed to do? Elicit yes or no answers. No. Encourage detailed and uninterrupted response. Yes. Confuse the interview. No. Limit the scope. No. So the answer is B. Which of the following is not recommended when preparing for a forensic interview? Sending a formal written invite. No. Choosing of public and noisy locations. Which of the following is not recommended when preparing for a forensic interview? Sending a formal written invitee, choosing a public and noisy location, considering the needs for an interpreter, planning the sequence of topics, which is not recommended. So the answer is B. What is the role of non-verbal cues in forensic interviewing? To validate verbal information and assess truthfulness, yes. To ignore as they are irrelevant, no. To dominate, no. To replace. So the answer is B. During the closing phase of an interview, what should the interviewer do? Avoiding discussing any further steps, allowing the interview to add any additional information, demand a written confession, abruptly end the interview without summary. During the closing phase of interview, what does interviewer do? So the answer is B, allowing the interview to add any additional information. Which of the following is considered a good practice during the interview process? Revealing all evidence to the interview, maintaining neutrality and gathering fact impartially, yes. Pressuring the interview to confess, no. Assuming guilt, no. The answer is B. What is the one of the main purpose of recording an interview? To intimidate the interview, no. To ensure an accurate and verifiable records of the statement, yes. To lengthen the interview process unnecessarily, not to avoid taking note, no. So the answer is B. What is the primary purpose of forensic investigation report? to provide opinion on guilt or innocence, no, to document finding based on evidence and fact, yes, to recommend disciplinary actions, no, to summarize assumption, no. So the answer is B. According to FAIS, which of the following is a key quality of a forensic report? It should include assumption without evidence. No, it should be biased in favor of the client. No, it should be factual, clear, and free from bias. Yes, it should contain speculative conclusion. No, so the answer is which section of forensic report provides a high level of summary of key findings. Detailed finding, no. Executive summary, yes. Assumption and limitation, no. Scope and objective, no. So the answer is C. When preparing a forensic report, why is chronological order recommended? For presenting findings, to follow legal mandates, to help readers understand a sequence of events clearly, yes. To make the report more complex, no. To avoid including all findings, no. So the answer is B. Which of the following elements should not be included in the forensic investigation report? Objective findings supported by evidence, recommendation for improving processes, and an opinion on whether the suspect is guilty, details about the scope and methodology used. Which of the elements should not be included? So the answer is C, an opinion whether the suspect is guilty. What is the purpose of chain of custody in forensic? It's very important. To track the handling and movement of evidence to maintain its integrity. Chain of custody. When using an expert's work in forensic report, which of the following should be clearly mentioned? When using an expert works in forensic report, which of the following should be clearly mentioned? The expert's qualification and method used, the expert's personal opinion on the case, the assumption made by the expert without verification, the unrelated experience of the expert. So, which of when using an expert's work, which of the following should be clearly mentioned? So, the answer is A, expert's qualification and method used. Why should forensic reports? Why should forensic reports avoid expressing an opinion on guilt or innocence? Because forensic professionals are not legal authorities, yes. Because opinions add credibility, no. Because opinion makes reports more persuasive, no. Because forensic reports are meant to be speculative, no. So the answer is A. What is the role of data analytics in forensic reports? To provide assumption without verifying data, to analyze financial records, transactions, and detect anomalies, to replace human investigation entirely, to increase the complexity of reporting unnecessary. What is the role of data analytics? So the answer is B, to analyze financial records, transactions, and detect anomalies. What should be included in assumption and limitation sections of forensic reports? A confirmation that all necessary data was available. A disclaimer if there were constraints affecting the investigation, and a conclusion, a statement ensuring the report is free from errors. So the answer is B. What is the primary goal? A fraud prevention program in organization to identify and punish fraudsters, no, to create a system that minimizes fraud risk and detect fraud early. So the answer is B. Which of the following is a key component of fraud risk assessment? Identifying the likelihood and significance of fraud occurrences, assuming all employees are trustworthy, ignoring past fraud cases in an organization, relying only on external audits. No. So the answer is A. Under the Companies Act, which sections mandates listed company to establish a vigil mechanism? So the answer is B, 177, Audit Committee. What is the purpose of whistleblower? Purpose of whistleblower policy in fraud prevention: to legally punish employee who reports fraud, no, to ensure transparency and encourage employee to report unethical activity. Yes, to prevent employee from reporting fraud, to promote secrecy in financial matters. No, so the answer is B. Which of the following is not a fraud risk response strategy? Avoiding the risk. Which of the following is not a fraud risk response strategy? Avoiding the risk, transferring the risk, encouraging fraudulent activity, mitigating the risk. So the answer is which of the following internal control measures help in fraud prevention? Segregation of duty and periodic audits. Yes. Relying on single employee. No. Allowing unrestricted access. No. Conducting no internal review. No. So the answer is A. Segregation of duty and periodic audits. Why is code of conduct important for fraud prevention in an organization? It establishes ethical guidance and expectation for employees. Yes. It only apply to top management. No. It discourage employee from reporting fraud. No. It is optional. No. The answer is A. What is the main principle behind natural justice in disciplinary mechanism? Ensuring fairness and preventing bias in decision making. Yes. Allowing organization to punish employee. No. Encourage favoritism in fraud investigation. No. Making punishment secret and undisclosed. No. So the answer is A. Which of the following is a characteristics of an effective fraud prevention strategy? Strictly reactive with no proactive measures. No. Encourage a culture of honesty and ethical behaviors. Yes. So the answer is B. Ignore internal whistleblowing reports. No. Focus only on punishing. No. So the answer is B. What is an example of transferring fraud risk in an organization? Buying insurance to cover financial fraud loss. Ignoring fraud risk in financial transactions. Allowing employee to commit small frauds without punishment. Depending solely on law enforcement agency for fraud detection. What is an example of transferring fraud risk in an organization? Transferring risk, fraud risk. So buying insurance to cover financial fraud loss. So the answer